There's like lace everywhere and columns and flowers, drapery. Other cool wedding things like colors that are wedding appropriate.
Everything is in blues and purples.
Oh, there we go. Beautiful blue purple wedding.
Everything is in blues and purples, all shades of purple, and mostly just like more of a periwinkle blue, peacock
Mmm.
kind of blue more than anything
Mmm.
else. It's quite lovely.
That's
I
beautiful.
think that Maxie had a hand in it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
It's
All
very
right. I'm with
pretty.
it. I'm with it. It sounds great. It sounds
But
beautiful. I'm
I
happy to be
did
here.
I did notice that. I
Yeah.
did notice watching it today
That's
that it reminded me of the Metrocorp pool without water.
that might have been what it is. They just wheeled the pool out and then redressed that set. It's entirely
It
possible.
does. It looks like because it does. It looks like the
They just built half the
of
set.
course it's all decorated with flowers and sashes and this and that. But strip it down, put
Mm-hmm.
some chases down
Mm-hmm.
with green and white stripes.
And you got the pool.
That's cool.
You got the pool. You got the pool. You got oh my gosh. Well, hey, pile on in because we broke into the actual pool and we decorated it differently than Chase and Brook Lynn. As we're gonna sign into the guest book. I'm Matt, signing on in.
And I'm Kat.
Signing in as well. Of course, David has signed in. Shakarius, Kelly, all three of them signing into the guest book as well. The memories forever that we're going to keep after today's hour-long ceremony. Hour-long ceremony, folks. I hope you enjoy it. Man, I'm not into hour-long ceremonies in real life. When I went to a wedding that was very decorated with, it wasn't purples, but it was peacock. Man, they just got to business, They just did the thing, zip, zap, zoop. I love you so much. They're married. Let's go party. I'm here for it. I love it. That's the speed I want in real life.
Well, typically a lot of weddings are, the actual vows and the ceremony is quite short, 10,
Yeah.
15 minutes
Yeah.
most.
Just boom, boom,
Now,
boom. Let's go party.
not true for a lot of Catholic weddings, though. I've been to a couple of Catholic weddings where it took well over an hour because there's somewhat of a mass
Hmm.
intertwined in it.
There's a lot to say, a lot to
Yeah,
pray
there's a lot
about,
to
a
say.
lot to do when intertwining
Yes.
two Catholic souls. Sonny's used to it, Sonny's
I've
famous for a
been
Catholic wedding, right?
I've been to three of
Mm.
those
Hey,
where,
Liz.
yes, it's a little longer, a little more
Yeah.
expansive. One of those weddings I went to, you all, one of those weddings I went to, the reception was cut short because the sister of the groom, who was a bridesmaid, slapped the bride at the reception.
You
And it
saw
was
that in real life?
I
Oh my
did.
god.
It was like a soapy opera.
Oh my
And then
god.
it was lickety split. Done. Everybody went home.
Wow, that is crazy.
And 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 the reception was held at the church hall too. It was still on the premises.
Oh my god, so somebody got slapped in church during their own real life, non soap, but very soapy wedding.
Yes,
That is wild. That is crazy.
it was it was 1989.
Man, the only crazy thing I've ever seen is the groom being carried out of the reception because he was too drunk. That's the craziest thing I ever saw at a wedding. Everybody else has behaved themselves, right?
Yeah, I've actually seen that more than once. Whole drunken thing.
Hey, well,
I've seen that more than
is that
once.
going to happen for Chase? Is that going to? I doubt it. I doubt it. Hey, before we get to
I
continue,
don't think so.
before we get continued deep into this, because we got to get the chat going about this week's wedding, but we're going to pick up on that in like 10 minutes because there is some soap news that we got to
There
get
is
into.
soap news.
First things first, light and happy news. As we've seen this week, when it comes to love and romance, we can't say marriage, but love and romance.
Mhm.
Steve Burton has gone out and with public
Mhm.
pictures, I guess, of him and his new girlfriend.
Yes, I saw that. Good for Steve. He and Cherie have been apart for some time now.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason to be single forever
Yeah.
unless you want to be.
No.
Anyway, but good for him.
Yeah.
It was interesting though. One of the photos I saw of he and his girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
He don't have a sleeve yet.
No.
So he'd been knowing this girl for a minute.
Yes. Yes. Well, also at the same time, though, he put something out up there. He put something on social media saying um, that the picture was from a front-facing camera, so everything is flipped from what it's supposed to be, which is his excuse for having
Oh,
a
so I
bare
didn't see
arm.
that. I
Because
didn't
the
see.
picture was flipped, it made it look like it's the
Yeah.
you know.
So from what I understand, she is a chef.
Yeah, I think she was on some reality contest.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to look that up.
So yeah, I mean, good for them. Good for them. You know what I
I
think is
know,
is
right?
interesting. Well, I
I
mean,
love
it's good.
it.
We like good news. You know, Mac is back. Steve Burton's out there
Hmm.
finding love again after some, some rocky roads.
Uh-huh.
We don't know him, but of course we want
No.
everybody to be happy.
Well, and it's not, um, my goodness, you're gonna get a divorce in your 40s or 50s? Well, all power for you. Want to stay single forever and not be in a relationship forever? You do you.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
that's awfully early to think you're never going to look for love again.
Mm-hmm.
Or, if it finds you, you're going to just bat it aside.
Yeah, yeah.
So good for Steve.
And Kelly confirms too that the pick was backwards in the chat here. So
Okay.
maybe a
The
little
photo
more
was
recent than
okay.
that.
I didn't
But
know that.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Even if that picture was recent with the tattoos, that doesn't mean he hasn't known her for a year and a half, and we're just finding out about it now. And I find it
That
interesting that this is coming out because I think it sort of reinforces the Natalia storyline in the show right now because of the posed pictures and the release and the prepared statement and the kind of the way that the information is being controlled by Steve Burton's camp to a degree. I think
hmm
lends a little credence to like Natalia's point of view, even though she's the antagonist and is, the enemy and needs to be defeated. But when it comes to like understanding why this is even a story, I think it's good evidence, what happens in real life when it comes to celebrity romances.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is what I think about Steve Burton and his girlfriend. I love that the two of you have found each other, but I think the release of their relationship is probably optimistic. I think between I do think between perhaps his nutrition
Mm.
and the fact that she's a chef,
Well.
so is into some degree nutrition. I think there's going to be a business
Oh.
partnership between the two of them.
Okay. Okay.
And now is the perfect time to tell
Hey,
us all they're in
stack it
a
on
relationship.
stack.
And I'm not mad at it,
Yeah.
but that kind of, I thought about that today,
Well,
because maybe their two camps are
mhm.
about to have some kind of, you know, from whatever
Which is
kind of.
even more evidence in the controlled celebrity world of relationships, right?
That's what I think.
I don't know.
I'm
We'll
pulling
see.
it out of my ears, okay, you
We
guys?
don't know
It's
nothing.
not based on nothing.
Nothing's verified.
But I know that Steve Burton is a savvy freaking businessman. And I also know that he really regards his private life.
Well, maybe that's how they met each other to begin with, was like a shared
Perhaps.
passion for nutrition and food and clean
Yes.
fuel and all of
Yes.
that. So happy to them when it comes to their relationship, romance, and whatever business ventures may come from it. Good for
I ain't
them.
mad at
Good
it
for
at
them.
all. But that's just, it's just crossed my mind today.
Kelly's praying praying that fans are kind to Steve Burton and his new girlfriend. Apparently, they weren't very nice to Ryan Pavey and somebody that he was dating some
Oh,
time ago.
well,
So
I think we all need to be kind to each other when it comes to that kind of stuff. Ultimately,
totally.
it's none of anybody's business.
Yeah, for sure,
No,
for sure.
it's just none of anybody's business.
In other soap news, big soap news, big soap news. We've got a writing change again on General Hospital, as announced
It's
today.
not it's not like a upside down camp though.
No. We haven't
Yeah.
thrown everybody out.
Hmm.
Nothing like that again.
Yeah.
Um, so we're good on there. We've got some familiar faces running the show. you know, um, so we got so Patrick Mulcahy
Hmm.
is somebody that they fished out of retirement to bring onto the staff of General Hospital. He's good. He's gone. He's done. He's out of there.
Right.
Reason why? I don't know.
Maybe
Nobody
he
says
went back
anything
to
to
the
me.
grind and decided that, you know what, this is still a grind. No thanks.
So I mean, yeah, there's all kinds of different reasons
Could
as to
be.
why. It could have been his decision from up above. It could have been his decision for exactly that. Like, oh my god, writing for all of these characters. This is way more characters than I'm used to. No, I'm out of here. It could be any number of things. I don't know why.
Hmm.
I don't know why. I don't know why. All I know is that it's happened. When it comes to the future of what's next,
Hmm.
I guess we have to wait and see. So
So
far,
didn't they take one of, did I understand your text correctly today? So did they take one of the ex
mhm.
head writers and give them their job
So
back?
information is fluid right now. I don't know exactly what has been 100% confirmed beyond the fact that Mulcahy's out.
Mm-hmm.
Elizabeth Cortez still there, in her
Yeah.
position as head writer. But as for her sharing the
She's the
position,
historian one, right?
yes, she's the one that's been working there for like 20 years or something
Forever
like
and
that.
ever.
Yeah. So she's still there. She's still having head writer's duties. Whether or not she's sharing that with somebody else is unconfirmed right now. The initial
Mm-hmm.
report that I saw said that Chris Van Etten, who was one of the previous head writers, had been re-elevated back to co-head writer status along with Elizabeth Corte. But
That's where
subsequent
my
reporting
comment
since
comes from.
then, so that was the original report, and then Soap Opera Digest did their own report on it, but didn't include Chris Van Etten as a co-head writer, and
Mm-hmm.
included a statement saying that their source said to continue to wait and see what information is brought out coming soon regarding what the future of the writing team looks like. So we know
But
something's changing, but we don't know
of
how.
course, we're not going to find out, you guys. We're not going to find out. But I wonder what fueled all that.
It's a good question. That's a good
It
question. I
is.
don't know. I don't know. So, there's a couple of facts, undeniable facts, the ratings were on a downtrend for a solid 10 weeks. That's something.
Since the new writers took over?
But yeah, for like the last 10 weeks, they have had fewer and fewer viewers in the Nielsen metrics. Those tiny ones.
Gosh,
Those
we
tiny
just
ones.
need to throw that count out. It's
Well,
just such an unreliable idea of
I
how to
mean,
count
so
who's looking.
it's not, if anything, what it serves as is an indication
Yeah.
of trend, an
Yeah.
uptrend or a downtrend. When it comes to how deep that is, throw those numbers out, it doesn't matter. But whether or not that is climbing up or climbing down gives you an indication of what the overall spread likely looks like.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, uh, but I don't, advertisers and stuff get like deeper ratings than we do, and the networks get deeper ratings than we do.
So did that occur on, on the credits? Did that occur today?
No, just the news came out today. So beyond that, it
Oh,
looks like we still have another month and a half or so of the stuff that they prepared together before
oh.
the Mulcahy stuff stops being
So
on
this
television.
news is relatively current. It's happening today
Yeah,
or
as far
this
as I
week.
know. As far,
This
yeah,
week. It
yeah.
happened this week.
It wasn't something that happened a month and a half ago.
Right.
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 So very, very
Okay.
recent. Very
Okay.
recent. Yeah. So yeah. So when it comes to the confirmed outlook of what the team looks like, we don't have a confirmed outlook, but we have an idea. That original report is to be trusted. That we can expect Chris Van Etten to be co-head writer again. I don't know. It's interesting because if you just look at Twitter like we do here on the 10th floor,
Mhm.
it doesn't matter who's writing the show.
You
People are
don't look at
upset.
special Twitter.
It doesn't matter who's writing the show. The Twitter's upset about it.
Mhm.
The old team is bad. The new team is bad. We're blending this team, and that's bad. It's just like there's nothing that's ever gonna make a section of the fandom out there excited.
For whatever reason, they didn't think some element of it was blending well.
Yeah. But when it comes to
Pretty
the
much.
show, if this was a network or a Frank Valentini decision, I would say if anything, it would have to do with whatever the long-term plans are that are continuing to be submitted. If it can't necessarily be what's happening at this very moment in time because it's made it on TV. They didn't
Yeah.
want this to happen, they would have stopped it. So I'm thinking that it might be long-term plans, long-term direction. It could be the scope of what this dude's able to. I don't know. I don't know really. Could be anything.
This is what I know from yesterday and today. If I would have watched yesterday's episode and today's episode in continuous, like a streaming, like,
Yeah.
if I'd have done
Good
that
question, Steph.
and took a shot for every time Jason said, I'm here because Mona asked me,
Drunk.
I'd be drunk by now.
Drunk. I kind of wanted to wait to save the wedding for the
Sorry.
3 days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I kind of wanted to binge all 3 days together, but I thought, nah, I'm never gonna actually be able to do that.
It'd be hard not to watch it until then.
Yeah. No, so I watched yesterday's today. I'm usually a day behind on General Hospital, so I watched yesterday's today.
Yeah.
Beautiful setting, like you said. It looks like the Metrocourt pool with the pool taken out.
With no water.
The costumes are great. I love a little like springtime flair for things. I like how Lois looks like she's out of My Fair Lady.
Her
Ed,
suit is kind of white, but really silver.
right? Just gonna make sure we white balance those cameras perfectly. Ned's little talk with Brook Lynn before he walked her down the aisle was absolutely beautiful. Wally Kurth went online and he answered somebody's question about it, about preparing for that scene. And he said that he prepared it. He cried when he read it. He cried when he rehearsed it at home. He cried when
it's very sweet.
Yeah, and then he said he was worried about the actual performance of the line, knowing he only has one take, and he was worried he was going to be too in his own head about it when it came time to actually pull it off. But hey, it looks like it came out well.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, it really was. It really was.
Enjoyed all of it. I know you didn't see today yet, but I enjoyed every single frame.
No.
Every single frame of it.
Jacarius was in here saying, I'm surprised that the wedding wasn't interrupted. But you know what, folks? The tragedy isn't going to come because Brook Lynn and Chase didn't get married.
Arius, the reception's not done yet.
Oh, yeah, the reception's tomorrow, and I'm sure gonna last until maybe
There's
Tuesday.
reception today. The beginning of the reception is today.
Okay.
There is more reception tomorrow.
Well, that's a long party.
If things don't go awry tomorrow, things are going to go awry on Monday.
I think things will go awry tomorrow and be the big cliffhanger into Monday.
I think so too.
And it's going to be Sunny having a mental break and shooting decks. It's going to be
something crazy.
Taking a shot at Jason, somebody getting hit. It's going to, shoot, we're also leading into Gregory dying, Finn falling off the wagon.
I know he took, well, actually.
He took a little drink today, I know that.
Yes, he did. Is
that my sister?
No, it's your Aunt Chrissy.
I'm
going to have to text her real quick and tell her I'll call her right back.
You can't please everyone all the time, says David. Nope. Kelly says, love seeing Jason and Spinelli in the same suit and color. 2 peas in a pod is what they are.
Well, they officially, I'm sure a lot of you guys saw, they are officially a couple again after today.
No.
I loved it. I cried so much. I cried 2 or 3 times yesterday. I cried 2 or 3 times today.
Oh my gosh, why are you crying so much?
Because I'm very emotional at weddings, for real. Okay. I'm very emotional at all ceremonies of all kinds.
This is beautiful. You love it.
I'm a crier at that kind of stuff,
mm-hmm.
including the ones I watch on TV.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Lois is Lois, says Stephanie. It's true. You can't stop Lois from being Lois.
Every time they showed Lois, she was clutching herself like this.
She was just so happy. She was just so happy. Just so happy for her daughter. All the Cerullos there, the violinist, Gio, all of them.
Yeah. And oh my gosh, speaking of that. So Gio's playing the violin. His name is Giovanni. They call him Gio.
Yeah.
So Uncle Sonny's talking to him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they reestablished today with Gio and Uncle Sonny that Sonny buys off everybody, whether it be some kind of criminal thing or buying your affection within the family. Because even with today with Gio,
Mm-hmm.
he was talking about how his opportunities and his first 2 years of college, Uncle Sonny has paid for it.
Yeah. Yeah. He's
The
so
reason why
generous.
he has all these opportunities because Uncle Sonny is paid for. Of course, Uncle Sonny is saying, which I'm sure he believes, that no, it's because of your talent and what I believe in
I
you.
believe in you, but he's really paying off the love, making sure that people are always looking the other way when it comes to hearing
Yes,
about what he might be doing that's nefarious.
yes,
Yes.
including all the Cirillos back in Bensonhurst.
Everybody close to him. He wants to make sure that he's surrounded by people he's bought off and doesn't even realize it. Look at that.
That doggone
Look at
Sonny.
that. Look at that. Look at that. David loves Rena S. Lois, and I do too. I can't imagine a GH without Lois now.
I know. I can't wait for her to do Home and Heart and all that.
Yes, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. She'll start dating Jagger
She's
or
gonna,
something.
she's quirky, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's Lucy without being so damn irritating.
Yeah. Maybe that's the point, maybe Lucy's just the irritating version of Lois.
So different, but they're quirky and funny.
They are there. It's a perfect transition point because we also promised to talk about weddings of yesteryear, not just Brooklyn and Chase, because there's a lot more to come with that, and we got Sunday to talk about it as well because it's current events.
Yes.
But a fun, quirky wedding, a little goofy wedding, maybe a little nude-a-builder wedding. So we actually did a special podcast on that back during strike time when we had repeats of GH. Not strike time, it was COVID time. When we had repeats of GH, we went in, we watched YouTube clips and did, blasts from the past and rewinds and all that. And
that was so hard. I don't know if some of you guys were probably listening to us back then. It's a long time ago, but it was so hard for us because we were just trying, to get our podcasting legs.
Yeah, and then we had no new show to talk about.
And there was
it really helped us find our format, though.
It did.
Because before we were just like feeling it out.
This is what happened today.
And then without having that structure of all of the new stuff, it got real loose. And we just kept it from there.
But you know what though? But I think that a lot of folks under the same kind of situation might have thrown in the towel and said, "Forget it."
Not us.
But we did not.
We needed something to do during the pandemic anyway.
Yeah, we did.
So I was watching YouTube clips and talking about
it. Yeah, we did.
Oh goodness, years ago. Oh, the memories of when we all got started. Back when the 10th floor was under construction.
Yep. And even could hardly even get the elevator stuck for us.
I know. It just blew by every time. Barely anybody in it. So some of the weddings that I looked up, one of the quirky ones, of course, I had to look up Stewart getting married. What sort of weddings did Stewart Chandler have? But there was no way that man was just in the black tux, right?
These two.
And right? Boy, oh boy, was I right? Was it never just, well, I can't say never, but boy, oh boy, was this one not in just a black tux. Stewart and Marion getting married as the King and Queen of Hearts on All My Children in the year 1999.
Did it look like Alice in Wonderland at all?
Super Alice in Wonderland. It was far more royal themed.
Okay,
so it wasn't like they were dressed up in like deck of cards or anything, but there was reds, there was hearts.
And I didn't watch it today.
There was beautiful flowers, a classic All My Children's staging and setup. And Marion's just packed to the nines and just out there for the world.
You're doing this, so it's like she got like weird cleavage, or what is she doing?
Just smashed in her dress. Just packed in there like sardines.
Okay. Like the Queen of Hearts, like, okay.
But crown, beautiful, just when it comes to just romantic and also with a flair of goofy.
Who officiated that wedding?
I don't know. Let me see if I can pull up a picture here real quick. Vita says, I remember.
Should be somebody weird. It should be.
I don't see somebody standing next to them, so maybe they officiated it themselves. Yeah, it's just them. She's in a beautiful red frilly dress, and he's in a black suit with a red sash. Stewart and Marion. That marriage almost ended because Stewart died shortly after in a cabin fire. But then he
Oh,
wasn't dead after
no.
all. But instead, he couldn't remember anything.
Oh, see, it's too long ago. I don't
And then
recall all
somebody else
this.
dragged him to Vegas and tried to marry him there. But he's like, wait a minute, this is wrong. Something feels wrong about this. You're not my
Did they take
Mary.
him to Vegas, like using him kind of like as a Rain Man?
I think so.
Probably,
I think
because
so.
Stewart was crazy smart.
Because I didn't look too deeply into why they were in. I just tried to look at the wedding stuff. But they dragged him to Vegas and tried to, and he's like, no, this is wrong. And he came back to town with his memories back, and everybody's happy. And it's because Stewart wasn't dead. Yay! Oh gosh. I don't know. Let's see here. Another one that I have written down that you looked at was Jesse and Angie because you like Neo.
The last wedding of Jesse and
All
Angie,
my children.
Neo performs the wedding march.
Mm-hmm.
It is so friggin' pretty. They do it like in a circular kind of room
Okay.
with all this white drapery. Angie looks like a goddess.
Of course.
Jesse looks like he has seen like the most perfect person ever in creation.
Yeah.
Neo singing live. Oh my gosh. Everybody is around them. Tad's right there.
All my children did not mess around when it came to weddings.
With his girl Crystal on his arm.
Of course.
And oh my gosh, it's lovely. And then they keep on having Neo sing through it.
Oh, well, of course, he's
It's
there.
a hit song of that time. I don't remember the title, but I'm a Neo fan, and it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
But so then the person officiates the wedding, and kind of they just make it where Neo's still singing, and he's just a tad bit louder.
Oh, okay.
The officiate is just a little bit louder, and Neo is there still singing through it.
Singing the whole thing.
Beautiful.
Oh,
and then Angie, and then Jesse and Angie's son is there, and I believe their daughter as well. Remember, they had a daughter that they kind of adopted.
Yes.
That's who's there.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
that sounds so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
And Jesse and Angie, of course, just classic soaps. Just super couple from All My Children. Not only on All My Children, but they were also on. What was it? Was it Generations or something? Like Jesse and Angie showed up on another. So
yeah, they did. I don't recall.
I don't remember.
There are two scenes that are somewhat similar.
Mm-hmm.
There is a scene where Angie and Jesse see each other after years and years, where Angie thinks Jesse is dead.
Yeah.
And they see each other outside of a train.
Oh.
And run to each other. It's absolutely beautiful. If you don't, Angie and Jesse, that super couple was just absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
From beginning to end.
Oh yeah.
Tragic at times, but beautiful.
And they found a way to always bring them back.
Run to each other right outside the train. It's so beautiful. And then there's another scene too, where on General Hospital, even though it's not a couple, but it's Anna who sees Robin.
Oh, okay.
And Robin's a squirt still.
Mm-hmm.
She's little still.
Mm-hmm.
And they run to each other right outside of a train.
Okay.
Both of them.
Oh, gorgeous. Gorgeous and beautiful. Ah, just classic.
I love it when a soap opera makes me cry. I really do.
Well, you're going to remember this week really well then. Because you're just crying like crazy. Just booing left and right. Grandma Lou's worried about you.
Well, Grandma Lou said, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. And, it's so nice and stuff. I said, well, shit's going to hit the fan tomorrow.
Yeah, just wait. Somebody's going to be bleeding with a lot of blood. I think
someone's going to get shot, actually.
Vita also remembers your Jesse and Angie memories. Juanita remembers Lucy in the red dress.
Actually, I recapped Lucy in the red dress today, you guys.
Yeah.
Do you know she didn't do that on purpose?
Really?
Yes.
Did you spilled something on herself or something?
She didn't do that on purpose.
What happened?
I don't know what happened.
Oh, remind us,
it got switched, but that wasn't Lucy's dress. Someone did something to her, and she was like, "Screw you and the cab and the whatever you came in on. I'm gonna wear this red thing."
I saw something. I don't know if it was a show or a movie or something, but it was a wedding situation, and somebody spilled wine on their dress, and they're like, "What are we gonna do?" It might have even been a Mentos commercial. It probably was. And so they take and then they dip it in the wine, the whole garment, and then they dry it off, and it's like, boom! Now you don't got a stain because it's now like a light purple. I think it really was a Mentos commercial.
It might have been. You
Mentos
know
for
what's
simple
funny from
life.
today's episode?
Hmm.
Today's episode that they brought out the Brooklyn Chaser.
Mm.
Brought in a couple of trays of Brooklyn Chasers. And then and Brooklyn says, "No, I can't drink that because it's red. I don't want to get it on my dress."
Right.
Her grandma says, "You plan on wearing it again?"
I hope not.
And Brooklyn said, "Get me too."
Yeah, just stain that thing. Make
Say
memories.
it.
Make memories. Tad and Dixie, they got married 4 times, and every time was beautiful and extravagant. And according to what I looked at, from all evidence, are still married to this day.
Really?
Yeah, they got married to each other for most recently, and now there's no
The
more
show
show.
ended?
Hmm?
And then the show, I don't recall.
Yeah.
I don't recall because it's been off now, you guys. How long? 13 years?
Shoot, a long
I
time.
think it ended in
Shoot, a long time.
2011.
But apparently, in the Prospect Park, they were hitched, they were married, they were together, and from 2013 to now, Tad and Dixie. Or 2008 or whatever year it was, 2011, whatever time it was. But still, yeah, nothing has separated them yet because they haven't had any plot. There's been no Tad and Dixie story to separate them, so we can just consider them still today in wedded bliss. Maybe married 3 or 4 more times because Dixie can't stay alive.
Let's daydream a little bit. I know that next year there's going to be a new soap opera on CBS, right?
Yes, the Gates.
Yeah. I would just love it if they would just take there's just a bridge between them. I would love it if they would take Landview, Pine Valley, just
Make another ABC soap, right?
squish it together and make a soap.
All My Lives to Live. One child. I think one child's the way to go.
Go with, really progressive. Put it on streaming and call it F Them Kids.
None of my children. None of my children. Is that a new guy for Trina? Maybe. We'll have to see what happens. Maybe.
He looks too young.
It's hard. It's really hard for me to say because I don't know.
Gio is supposed to still be in college.
Right, and so I mean.
Well, so is Trina. But
they haven't graduated. They're just going through struggles. They'll be back in the fall. Don't worry about it. Maybe. I really don't know. Perhaps it would make sense because it doesn't look like Joss and Dex are gonna not be apart for too long.
Oh my gosh!
A big open
They looked
void.
at each other. They looked at each other so many dreamy times today.
Mm-hmm. And when
so
you get
many
shot by
dreamy
Sunny,
times.
She's gonna have to jump into action. Vita says all my soaps. That's the one. Just call it all my soaps. Just get straight to the point. Just all of them. They're all my soaps together in 1 hour. Remember when Erica's weddings continued to get interrupted? Asked Jacarius. Oh, of course. Did Erica get married without some sort of drama? Have you met Erica Kane?
Excuse me, I keep coughing.
You still have that Barbie? That wedding Erica Barbie?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
It's right there.
Oh, is it really?
Yes.
She's getting it.
It is right there.
That is crazy how
Out
it
of
was just
view.
available. Yeah, look at that. How old was that?
Oh gosh.
It's from the
This is
90s.
Erica Kane marrying a Dimitri.
Shoot, so that's like 1994 or something. I don't even know.
Probably mid to late 90s. And I know that Chandra has the same doll as me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Well, that's really cool.
I got no glasses right here. I can't look at the date.
It's all right. It's I mean somebody might know. You leave us a comment, if you know. It's all good. It's all good. I'll just make up a fake date. That thing came out on April 7th, 1974. Now we can open up an argument in the chat and the comments about when it really was. It's going to be great
Yeah,
for
I
interaction.
actually just moved that doll out of another room into here, so that's why it's right there.
Daisy asks, is anyone worried that Patrick is gone and Chris is back? We talked about it a little bit a few minutes ago, so, rewind a little bit to get an immediate reaction to that. Worried? No, because I don't think that the show is ever trying to do the wrong thing. Given the fact that this man was hired in January, and it's May, I would say that they're not doing it to sabotage anything or for some sort of crazy conspiracy or because they hate a particular
Well, and
character.
we don't know that he doesn't still work there,
No, we just know that he's not head writer.
right?
Yeah, he could be
He could
breakdown
very well
writer.
still work there.
He could be producer.
They
He could
might
be
have
the
just did
janitor.
like a reorg and a switchy. That's
Yeah,
it.
they said stay tuned for more information. So I'm going to wait to stay tuned for more information. But when it comes to worry, no, I'm never worried about the show because they're never trying to do a bad job. And if they think they're if they think they're doing a bad job, they're going to course correct. And if they think they're still doing a bad job, they're going to course correct. ABC is totally invested in General Hospital. It's still a very strong performer for them on their network, on their channel. Don't worry about CBS. Don't worry about NBC. Worry about ABC. They're great there. Don't want to worry about that. So the effort to keep it moving forward and strong is going to be there, which I think is why this decision was made 5 months after the previous one was, is because they're trying to do better, not worse.
And I don't think, and I being like he said, they changed it in January and now it's May.
Mm-hmm.
I think they gave it some time to get
Thanks,
some
Kelly.
legs or whatever they were looking for.
Mm.
Yeah, I think they gave it some time.
Yeah, they tried that. They're doing that.
Now they're trying something else.
Doesn't seem to be working in the way that they wanted it to for whatever reason it may be. We don't know. And so it changed.
I don't know. But for me as a viewer, it was working just fine the way it was.
Yeah. Thanks for coming.
No, I thought that the writing change from January has been beneficial for us as viewers.
Yeah.
I think it's been better.
Yeah, I would say
story movement is so much better.
It's been a much more enjoyable ride. I can agree that the scope is a lot smaller than what it was. When it comes to, what everything is spotlight or centered around. But that's totally okay because it's also a far-reaching story. Everybody's got their part to play in it. Everybody's contributing to it in a different way. I get the value in there. But like I was saying earlier, going forward when it comes to a long-term plan, if they're not happy with that scope, maybe a change needs to be made. Who knows? I don't know. David loves my attitude. Well, thanks, David. You gotta stay hopeful because they're trying. They're not trying. Give them the benefit of the doubt.
Regardless of your line of work, I don't think anybody goes to work trying to effort.
Nobody's trying to get the show canceled.
Most of us don't.
And I promise you, there is not a single person that works for General Hospital that hates a character. I would hate to see them on the top. I would hate to see them as the lead. There's nobody. There's nobody that would hate to see that. And that's just a ridiculous thought.
So I don't think so either. No. I don't think so either.
That's just silly to me. Peter and Maxie got married.
They did.
And Mac punched Peter. So I don't know if the marriage actually
and that day, Anna and Finn were trying to get married at the same time, remember?
Yes.
And that didn't work out either.
That didn't work out either. It was just a failed wedding on all parts. Mac punched the hell out of Peter. He's like, what's wrong, Mac? You don't trust me with your daughter? Because all that stuff came out. All that stuff came out about Peter being a bad guy.
Yes.
And Maxie knew about it ahead of time.
That was one of the times where Mama Cat was saying, hit him again.
Hit him again. Mac, grab a crowbar. Alicia does months later.
That's what Alicia did. Your wife's about to finish the job someday.
He's right here. Peter August right here, hanging out with us every week on the 10th floor. He doesn't go anywhere. Stalking us from behind, going, hello, 10th floor. It's me, Peter. So he, he put
Miss Ramsey, we love you. Come on the 10th floor anytime you want.
But you have to do it in the Peter voice the whole time. So Maxie knew about it ahead of time, though. This was a big sting operation, a big old thing of what to do. We're going to find the information. We're going to stick it to this guy. Mac finds out, punches him. Peter scampers off, steals himself a Bailey Lou. who was just Lou
Oh,
at the
it fell
time.
there, didn't it?
Steals himself a Bailey Lou. Runs off. Maxie puts Bailey in the freaking fire department box. All of this aftermath of the wedding, but goodness. Now, that one wasn't a grandiose set. You know, that one was clearly the sound stage with a couple of things set up. It was like the multi-purpose room of wedding
I
venues.
believe it was very COVID centric at
It
the
was
time.
very COVID time, yeah. So you can tell that they couldn't get the full crew there to build the full set and dress it the way that they normally would. They were limited
Actually,
on.
this wedding yesterday and today is
Mhm.
very obvious. It's not COVID time.
No, because they went all out. They went all out on the decor. They clearly spent a lot of money on it. So I'm happy to see it. I like it. I like it. I like it.
Absolutely love it.
So when it comes to, exciting weddings from recently, though, the Peter and Maxie one is the one for me. Like, really, really. And it's not because I get to do the voice, but because it was fun and Matt got to punch him and everybody loved that. I remember the reaction to that. I remember being happy for it. I remember like, oh yeah, do it again.
Me too.
Right? And you back it up and you watch him do it again. People
Yes.
have been waiting for months for that to happen.
Hit him again, man.
Hit him again, Matt.
Hit him again. Me too. Me too.
Oh, goodness. What's the matter, Maxie? I do miss Peter. I think he doesn't need to come back. What do you guys think? I'm going to scream no in a second, I guarantee. What if we just, what if we resurrected Victor and Helena and Shiloh and, I don't know.
No.
Hey, I'm looking forward to Sunday, Ma, because on Sunday we get to talk about the full scope of everything, including Representative Quartermain. We get to talk about political powerhouse couple Drew Kane and Jordan Ashford.
I know.
Political powerhouse couple.
Yeah. They are finding a new direction for Drew. They are.
Yeah, and he's going to become powerful and smarmy Q.
Cameron Matheson's not going anywhere. He's staying right there.
No, and he's dropping the Kane. Seems like he's going to drop the Kane name. What else do we get to? We get to talk about other stuff, including Ava being on the outs, and also Valentine slowly catching up with her activities. We get to talk about
damn Natalia.
We get to talk about Natalia and her antagonistic ways. We get to talk about Graze. We can talk about Blaze. We can talk about Christina and Blaze together. Goodness gracious.
Maxie. We can talk about Maxie
and Spinelli.
Spixie
2.0. Very happy to see them.
Love
What
it.
else? What else is out there in the world of General Hospital? Just so many topics to cover on Sunday. But that's not all we get to talk about on Sunday, though, Ma. No, because there's a whole week of Days of Our Lives as well.
I know.
Boy, oh boy.
I know.
Stuff is happening. We've got the revelation of murderers in directions we never saw coming. That's the main thing, really, that stands out in my mind.
No, I think Steve Burton going to be absent from there for a second or two, because they have terrorists going off somewhere.
Yeah.
I think he's going to run back in town with this whole Clyde thing. And then Steve Burton will be on his way to Port Charles forever.
the big Clyde climax of that big story. And then yeah, he'll probably get blown up in a boat. I don't know.
Like that.
Something will happen. Something will happen to Harris Michaels and he'll be done. We've got
David's going to cry so hard.
Bobbert, Leo passing out in the park. Lots of grave.
What's that smell? Oh, it's Leo.
Revelations about what Abby was investigating before she died. All kinds of interesting revelations on Days of Our Lives this week. So we're going to get in deep on Days for Dummies. And we're going to cross our fingers and hopefully Professor Angela will be there. Or at least one of our TAs. Come on, Jeannie. We rely on you. Oh, goodness. But I think we should wrap this one up, though, Ma. What do you think?
I think so.
You feel good? You feel good? I feel good. And you know what's awesome? You know what's awesome about doing the Thursday skinny dips? We don't talk for 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Oh.
Okay, we don't go that long for GH either, but...
No, but you put the two shows together, though, and that's pretty much true. pretty much true,
Oh, yeah,
right?
absolutely. Lots of talking on Sunday. So join us on Sunday morning starting at 9
Oh,
a.m. Pacific time.
okay, okay. But I have one more thing to say.
Yeah,
It's kind of a
please.
personal thing, but let me say this,
Go ahead.
okay? Tomorrow morning, I'm getting up very, very early before the sun, and I'm going to Sacramento. My nephew is graduating from college. He's
Hey.
graduating from Sac State tomorrow, and I have to be in Sacramento at 7 o'clock in the
Well,
morning.
congratulations for the
So
achievement.
Justin Lawless is
Ooh.
graduating and getting a degree from Sacramento State College University, and he is I think I'm pretty certain he is the first graduate with the surname of Lawless in our branch of the family,
Hey, well, look
where
at that.
that degree is going to say the last name of Lawless. I don't think
Wow.
that's happened before.
All right, that's
So
awesome.
I'm so proud of you, Justin,
Well,
and I can't wait
congratulations.
to celebrate with you tomorrow.
Oh man, my cousin's just moving and shaking. Look at that, moving up in the world. Won't be long before he's living in New York City, making $150,000 a day.
Just I'm gonna tell you tomorrow to watch the end of our podcast from tonight. So I'm
All
so proud
right.
of you, Justin.
All right, congratulations, man. Like sincerely. Like nothing like the future that you're looking down. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be incredible, and continue to achieve.
Yeah,
All right, so that's it.
that's
That's
what
it,
I'm doing
folks.
tomorrow.
All right, well, we're getting out of here. Maybe expect a little bit of an update on that on Sunday, maybe. But join us 9 a.m. for Days for Dummies and then 11 a.m. All of this Pacific time for General Hospital. You can join us all week long on Twitter at 10th Floor GH if you want to follow us there, talking about the show all week long. Um, Go spend some time with your families. I've been Matt.
I've been Kat.
And we'll catch you on Sunday for the 10th floor. Bye.
Bye, guys.
All right.